You know what? We got plenty to talk about today. But we're going to start off by poking fun at the state of Wisconsin. It'll take a second to get there, so stay with me.
Okay.
Are you a Netflix guy?
Duh.
Did you see this week that they released each state's major show, or the most watched show via each state? An internet company.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. What was the one in Wisconsin?
Well, so let's get to that. What do you think was Minnesota?
House of Cards.
It was last year. What was
Fuller House?
No, what was
There's two reasons to watch Fuller House. Two great reasons to watch Fuller House.
Stop it.
Well, no, it's a Danny Tanner.
Yeah.
2 reasons. Sicko.
You're terrible.
What was the other?
What did you really mean? Well, you've already got the joke. Fuller House. I know what you meant. Fuller House was Wisconsin's most watched show. The only state, Fuller House.
Yeah,
and you love it too. Maybe you should be a Packer fan and be in Wisconsin.
I walked in one time and Fallon and a friend were watching. I'm like, "Are you watching?" They're like, "You're two 30-year-old women." They're like, "We love it." I'm like, "All right." The Packers have a lot to be happy about.
Sure.
Wisconsin has a lot to be happy about.
Well,
I'm happy for them.
Minnesota was making a murderer, so it's Wisconsin related.
Why isn't that the other way around?
Yeah.
Making a Murderer is one of the best things
It's a great
ever put on.
show.
It's phenomenal. Do you watch House of Cards?
I do watch House of
I
Cards.
quit watching it. The 3rd season is so boring.
No, keep watching.
Oh man, I
keep
can't.
watching. Stay with
It's
it.
like reading a book. I get halfway through and go, "That's stupid." Like
Any book?
Any book.
Our neighbors to the south, Iowa, Scandal, the ABC show.
Oh yeah.
North Dakota, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Great show.
You've watched.
Phenomenal show.
Funny?
Yeah. Very funny.
North Dakota.
Tina Fey, very funny, very good.
Wonderful.
It's one of the better shows on Netflix.
Well, get your Netflix ready for 10 o'clock after our show's done.
Yeah. Why would you bring up Netflix?
Let's start the show. Because it was the beginning of the show.
Yeah, but aren't we not
Fuller
supposed
House.
to bring up? And then if you want
We
Hulu,
can talk Netflix.
watch Hulu.
Sure. Any other streaming device. I just want to get Thanks for watching MeatSauce and Monty. I'm Matt Montgomery. He's Paul MeatSauce Lambert.
Hey.
He's the good-looking one and the famous one.
Are you kidding?
I'm just the
There's
host.
nothing good looking about me.
I like that.
My face is huge.
I saw somebody had said that to you today.
Yeah,
And your gourd in person is very
huge.
No, it doesn't stick out at all. I think the camera. See, look, my hair looks absolutely
horrible. You are
horrible.
probably the nicest person to me on Twitter. I'm like, he's so kind.
Thank you. Well, I'm nice to you in person too,
Yeah,
but today I'm going to get you going.
Okay, let's do it.
Right away, I'm going to get you going, and you know why? Packers.
Ugh.
And you know why I'm happy the Packers won?
This is
tons
the
of
dumbest
reasons.
reason.
And I don't cheer for the Packers.
You do too. You wanted them to win.
I picked them. You picked against them.
Always.
So did our fans. It gets me even with you. We're both 5-2. The fans 4-7. We're winning.
Yeah.
And I'm winning technically because of Green Bay.
So because of this pick'em thing, that's why you pick them?
Yeah. And another reason.
Terrible excuse.
I learned as a child. I remember my aunt told me this. It was 87 after the Vikings lost to Washington, and then Washington went on to win the Super Bowl. I was cheering against them after the Vikings lost. And she said, you want to cheer for a team that beats your team, because if they win it all, it makes you look stronger. And so Green Bay, I wouldn't care if it was Green Bay, if it was the Lions, if it was the Bears, cheer for the NFC North representative, because then it makes us look better. We can say, the team that represents our division won the Super Bowl. What do you think of that take?
Cheering for the Packers is like cheering for a serial killer. I mean, it's just,
You're taking it back to making a murder.
The thing with this Packers game is, I liked what Terry Bradshaw said on Fox, and he said, I would rather play the week before than get the week off.
Sure.
Dallas looked inept the first couple.
Slow starts.
Very slow start. It just sucks that the Packers won. But it'll be sweet.
It's fine.
Of course, it'll be sweet, as Common would say, when they lose to
Atlanta
or
New England.
And I don't want them to go to the Super Bowl. I don't want to put up with 2 weeks of the Packers. But Aaron Rodgers is why. I mean, he's unreal.
Yeah.
I wish we were on satellite radio.
So you can say whatever you want.
But he is the most confident, is what I'll say. He's like me playing initials. If he wins, it's the best game ever.
Yeah.
If he gets sacked, it's not his fault.
Sure.
If he throws an interception, which he did multiple times, he puts his arms up. It's you through the pass, moron. But they're going to roll into Atlanta, and it'll be a super high scoring game.
I got another reason why it's good to cheer for Green Bay.
There is no reason.
There's a great
Matt.
reason.
None. Zero.
Here's why.
Okay.
It's like being pessimistic.
Yeah.
If you cheer for them, if they win, you're right, and you feel good like me. I'm right and pick them. You were wrong, so I can feel good.
Yeah.
You feel like an idiot.
If
they lose, I'm wrong, but guess
always
what? They
feel like
lost,
an
and as a Vikings fan, you say, I still feel fine. That's why in the postseason, you can just cheer for the team that represents the NFC North, And if they win, great, you're right. If they lose, no big deal.
I will
See?
never.
It's easy.
I would never
I'm not
cheer
cheering
for the
them.
Pack.
I'm not cheering. I'm not like the typical Vikings fan that's cheering against them, hoping for a loss. Because then when they win, I'm even more disappointed. Right now, I just pick them for fun. I don't care.
That's still not an excuse.
It's a great reason.
I just don't like
It's a
if they
wonderful
win.
reason.
I don't like the team. I don't like anything they stand for. They're just good, and
they're just good. See, and
we
can't
should
even
be
get
talking about a Viking. They should have been playing today when they started 5-0. They should have been playing. They should have had a divisional.
But they're not, so we got to move on.
No, they're not. So we have to move on. But we don't want to cheer for the Packers. Go Atlanta. Rise up.
There's a difference between picking them to win and cheering for them. There is a difference.
Yeah, well, my brother.
So I picked them to win
if they. I
wouldn't have cared. Yeah, you won money, or no, you didn't win money on that one.
I won money last night.
Yes, that's the
New
one.
England.
So okay, Green Bay beats Dallas.
Brat Oswater is horrible. My brother calls him something
Brat
like
Oswater.
Yeah, like brat, like a hot dog.
Yeah.
Oswater, like.
No, I think he probably says a bad word.
No, he doesn't.
It's not.
He calls it something like that.
It sounds like you could.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I
don't even know if that exists, really.
Bratwater?
No. If you. Never
You're
mind.
the one that's going to get us in trouble.
You are going to get us in trouble.
Of course. That's why I'm here.
So Green Bay wins. Obviously, an amazing game. We were watching it in the lobby. What do you really put that win on? Is it the screenplay to Montgomery that gained him the yards? Is it that pass to Cook where he keeps his feet in bounds? Or is it Dallas's defense just giving up, saying, "Oh, they're going to just let it roll to overtime"?
Well, I think it's just Aaron Rodgers. You look at this team. They're without Jordy. They're without. They have a wide receiver as a running back. And you look at this team, and it's just that they go as far as that quarterback will take them. And he is going to. I think he'll take him to the Super Bowl. You
just said you don't want.
But
I
don't
you're
want
picking
him to.
See, you're picking
no,
him,
I'm not
but you don't
him.
want him to.
No, I'm not going to pick
silly.
him. I'm not going to pick him. But I'll pick Atlanta. I'll pick Atlanta right now.
All right.
And then I'll pick New England.
Then I'll
when
pick
they play
Green
in the
Bay.
Super Bowl.
And I'll pick whoever plays against New England. So I'm
not going to pick them. I still think they win. I can't, as a Minnesota Vikings fan, who, if that had been us tonight, that kick would have sailed wide left and Dallas would have scored. I'm telling you, I can't in my own right, as long as I'm on this planet, cheer or pick Green Bay.
All right.
I hate Green Bay.
All right.
Everything about Wisconsin's hideous.
You're terrible.
Except for Cops in Milwaukee.
And
this
Sunday,
ice cream place.
Sunday alcohol sales.
Yeah,
Houston, New England, did that matter?
No, I thought that
fourth quarter, 8-point game surprised the
Yeah.
heck out of me because I thought Houston would be done by then.
Yeah, I was
They were hanging in
multiple
there.
beers in when that game was going on, so I
Couldn't even see the screen.
Yeah, I could. Very little. But these games have been boring. That game had a little bit of drama to it for like a minute or two. That fell apart.
Yep.
And then,
Interception.
Brock Osweiler is so bad.
Brock Osweiler.
Ross Osweiler is so bad. He's horrible, so that game hasn't been fun. There haven't been very many good games except for the Green Bay game.
Seattle, Atlanta was that one. I mean,
horrible. Seattle, and you picked them, and I
Seattle put up a stinker. I thought they would win.
Correct, because Russell Wilson resorted back to the quarter.
Legion of Boom got torn apart by Matty Ice.
They're without
not even
Earl
a problem.
Thomas.
Right.
And that secondary's decent, right? And Matt Ryan tore them apart. Green Bay's secondary is not good.
Right.
So it'll be a quarterback game.
It'll be a
next
shootout.
Week. It'll be fun. I wish it was next Sunday. Then I could be here with you again.
Staying with the NFL, really quick, the Chargers moving to LA. Do you rip that? And the logo social media went crazy this week.
Funny.
What's your take on that?
Well, my biggest take, and I've said this for a long time, and I don't know where I heard this. I think it was probably on one of the multiple Sports Center episodes I would watch as a kid. But I remember they made the comment back in 2010 when they talked about a team going to L.A. No one cares about football in L.A. Right. They just don't.
And USC and UCLA.
USC, UCLA, there's so much more to do. The games are, it's always, nobody's going to go inside. The Rams are horrible. Now, of course, they'd go, well, if it was good football, they'd go, well, that's a stupid excuse because people just flock to good sports. But you're going to now put another team in L.A.? They're going to play in a 30,000 people stadium? What a waste.
And now the people of San Diego are disenfranchised and they're bummed.
It in San Diego. San Diego's a cool area for sports.
All right.
And they were going to put it right by the baseball stadium. Would have been a cool area downtown San Diego.
All right.
Huge mistake.
Time for our first break. We got a little bit of Wolves. Yeah, but if you look right there, Drink and Nintendo, that's right in his wheelhouse. We got one more segment and then we'll get to that. So time for a break.
Sweet.
Welcome back. It's our winter sports dumpster fire, the Timberwolves. I was hoping we'd be able to be talking about a 4-game win streak. They basically essed the bed today that they lost to Dallas on the road. Dallas, the worst team, I think, in the West. They lost on the road 98-87. Only 10 points coming off the bench. What do you blame the loss? And first of all, you can't lose to Dallas on the road.
No, you can't. Dallas is horrible.
Where do you blame it?
Well, I think the lack of effort. I didn't see. I mean, I'm not one to question anybody's effort. But
your effort is fantastic.
My effort is never fantastic. But
do you know how much hard work it is to be you? I'm witnessing greatness
Not much.
You're working so hard right now.
I literally rolled out of bed. This shirt. The reason I'm wearing this vest is this shirt underneath used to fit. Now it's like a. Can I say it's like a dickie?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You never know. Like something Cousin Eddie would wear.
Yeah,
like
Randy
right here. Yeah. Anyhow, what were we talking about? The Wolves?
Wolves.
The problem with the Wolves is they get this 3-game winning streak. They get a little pizzazz. I was at a get-together on Friday night, and the Wolves were playing.
You.
The Wolves were playing, and we legitimately stopped to watch the Wolves game. I mean, just because there's a little bit of excitement, they'd won, they were playing a good team, and they were winning. When can you say that about this team? Well, then they go on today and they just absolutely collapse. You can't lose to that bad of a Dallas team. All they do is jump shots because they're all old. It was a bad loss.
I was going to say, this being a bad loss, does that kind of erase the validity of a win against Houston and against OKC?
No, because
playoff ranking teams in the West, and we beat them pretty handily. Looked like that 3-game win streak was definitely a turnaround, and then today it's completely gone.
No, because if you look at it like this team is, where literally most of these kids would be juniors or seniors in high school, you look at them and you go, well, these would be some of those wins that at the end of the year you'd go, well, we beat this team, we beat this team. This team isn't going to make the playoffs.
Sure.
At this point, don't make the playoffs. Get another high draft pick. And I know Timberwolves fans are tired of hearing that, but that's what you have to do. You got to do that now. Get a higher draft pick or make a move. But
let me stop you right there. Higher draft picks. Done. Where would you rank him right now?
He's
obviously
good.
not.
Dunn's not very good.
He's not Treadwell
lost.
bust, but he's coming off the bench. Sometimes it looks like he fits, and then sometimes he doesn't.
He looks like he's playing like a one-man game. Like there'll be moments where you're going, what is he doing? Like he'll dribble the way out of bounds, or he won't know. It's just he isn't the guy that we thought that he would be when he fell to 5, and then you go, well, that's why these guys are NBA scouts, yada yada yada. Ricky Rubio's played really well. I think. And I don't know any inside source, but I think they might move Dunn closer to the trade deadline.
Really?
Yeah, or Ricky. They'll move one of them.
Okay, going back to the winning streak, Rubio had, I think, 46 assists in the wins,
unreal.
and he had some. It seemed like when he's the role of facilitator, and he hits just a couple of jump shots to make the defense have to come out on him, that's how they win, because they have a complete team on the floor. If he's having an off night, if he's not distributing it, if he's not even hitting a couple shots and being a threat, then they lose. Yeah, you think that's accurate?
It's 100% accurate. That's why they're one of these. That's why they are who they are. If Ricky can play well, and he is, and everybody who says, Ricky's, they don't need Ricky, get rid of Ricky.
I like Ricky.
They'd be really bad without Ricky. I do too. I think he's a good dude, and
he's their floor leader right now.
Right.
I get that Cat's a leader down low and scoring, but the distributor, facilitator, yes.
But it's obvious that Karl Anthony Towns is the best player on the court for them.
He's fantastic.
He is fantastic. But
he's your guy too.
They need Ricky. I love Karl Anthony Towns. He's one of my favorite players of all time.
He makes the Wolves fun
I'm
to
15
watch.
years older than he is. He does. And just think, hindsight's 2020. Think if they'd taken Jahlil Okafor.
Yes.
You'd be like, oh, God,
yeah,
here we go.
We would be like Philadelphia.
Of course, yeah.
Gophers basketball, they lost to Penn State. They blew a 14-point lead. 52-50 was the final. They're now 15-4, 3-3 in the Big Ten. Earlier this week, they also lost on the road to Michigan State. They're ranked 24th in the country right now. Do you think that's gone after these 2 losses?
Yeah, you can't lose to Penn State. Penn State's
road.
bad. Michigan State is Michigan State. This is about the time of the year where they get it going, and they'll roll that into March, and then they'll probably be an Elite 8 or Final 4 team.
Nate Mason shot 3 of 13.
Yeah, I don't know much about him.
He was chucking up the most shots.
I just watched the end of that Penn State game, and it was just they were just all these mental lapses in that game where you're going, what are they doing?
Right.
But no, I don't think they'll be ranked. They'll be a tournament team if this continues and they keep chunking away at these losses. I think they have Wisconsin coming up soon.
Yes, they do.
That would be a huge win.
Saturday.
That would be a huge win.
The barn will be rocking. Wisconsin is.
It's here. I thought it was in Wisconsin.
Nope, it's home. Number 18, Wisconsin. If you want a ticket, there's a place you can go.
Ticket King,
That's
the real
right.
thing.
There you go. Like I said, Nate Mason shot 3 of 13, only 7 points. Reggie Lynch led the Wolves, shot 5 of 9 with 12 points. Amir Coffey held to just 6. The offense late in the, you said you saw the last couple minutes.
I watched the last half.
They wouldn't even get set until there was about 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
It was weird.
They looked lost.
They did look,
and by the time they got set, they would just they wouldn't even get a high pick. They just put a little dribble move on, shoot a jump shot, no rebounds. They just could not score. And even Patino was in the paper saying the offense is struggling.
Yeah.
If they're not hitting the shots from the outside or trying to work it down, because Reggie Lynch, their big man, he led in points. Why didn't they try to feed him? They were just, something was not, I don't know if it was the way that they had set up or any plays. It just wasn't working.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch much of it. I was on the radio when it was going on, and I'd get too distracted, so I didn't watch much of it. You hope that it'd be cool if they were in the tournament, maybe made a little bit of a run. A Sweet 16 would be huge in this town if they made it to the Sweet 16, but that's a long way off. They got to make it into the tournament.
Sure.
And I think if they don't, I think if this season the way it started turns out and they don't make the tournament, I think they move on from Patino.
All right. Really?
Yeah.
Even though that they've had such a vast improvement this season
they
than
were
last season?
awful last year.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't been great.
This
is okay for now. They're 15-4, 15-3.
15-4 overall, 3-3 in the Big Ten.
So that's good, but the 3-3 in the Big Ten. Just continue.
Sure.
On.
Let's go quick. We got a minute for the Wild. They won on Thursday 7-1 over Montreal. They won Saturday. They were up 4-0. They gave up 4, but they still win in Dallas.
They scored 3 goals and 2 shots.
It was really 3 goals and 2 shots.
I don't know how it worked either. It said it. They had 3 goals and they had 2 shots.
Were you operating the scoreboard down in Dallas?
No, I don't know how you do. What the other?
Did you have a big gulp?
What's a shot on goal? Does it have to touch the goalie?
I'm a basketball
right.
guy.
I've never known
tend
that.
to be in here and talk. I don't know.
Yeah. No, he just ignores me because he's concentrating, which he should be on the game. I don't know. They're fine. They're great. They're really good.
They're number 1 in the West.
They're really good.
They're fine.
But
they're good.
It's early.
We'll pay more. It's halfway through
early.
the season, so we'll pay more attention coming up. All right. The drink segment, Nintendo, that is your wheelhouse. Last week, you pretty much ran the table on football movies. Let's see if you can do it. I think these questions are going to be a little tougher.
I bet I can, though.
All right. Let's take a quick break. Welcome back. So this week we're going to talk all Nintendo. Were you a Nintendo guy, a Sega guy, PlayStation, or all of them?
All of them.
You had everything?
All of them, yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, it shouldn't. We had all of them.
All
Super
right.
Nintendo, 64, Sega, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, all of them.
All right. So Nintendo debuted in October of 1985 here in the United States, but Mario first appeared in a game in 1981. What game was that?
It's an arcade game.
Correct. It was also a game for...
Was it Donkey Kong?
Yes, very nice. You had to reach hard on that one. That was good.
I'm not going to say anything.
You could have, and you could have kept that clean, but you... thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donkey Kong, 1981.
Sweet.
So, Mario's original name, do you know this one?
No idea.
Really?
Have
you heard the story?
We've done What Really Matters on the Power Trip.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was Mr. Video.
What?
They were going to call him Mr. Video. Nintendo was going to use the name Mr. Video and still do the whole, have him included in all these games. He got the name Mario. This is on the internet. It's been verified. As I'm saying, like, you're looking at me like, is this real?
Yeah, this sounds made up.
A warehouse storage guy, the guy that was in charge, his real name was Mario, and they named him after that. He was going to be Mr. Video. Google it.
Mr. Video is the worst name for a video game character.
Yeah, it would have been pretty
horrible.
bad. Mr. Video.
Mr. Video?
Mm-hmm. He would have been that. So we know that Mario is a plumber.
Yeah.
But going back to that 1981 game with Donkey Kong, he had a different profession. Do you know what job he was originally assigned?
Pizza guy?
No. That's a decent guess. If you would have thought about it, he was considered a carpenter. Because Donkey Kong is considered a construction site with the barrels rolling down. And so he was a carpenter. And they also thought a carpenter would be identifiable to the masses, like he's not anything, he's just a regular guy.
He's probably the most iconic video game character of all time.
I would say easily.
Easily, yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Top 5 selling NES games is obviously Mario and Duck Hunt because that was packaged. So that still counts as a sold game. So Mario 1, 2, and 3. What standalone game sold more than 8 million copies and came out in 1989?
Tetris.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Tetris. Everybody, were you a Tetris guy, or did you not like the puzzle, or did you just not care?
No, we played it. It was a great arcade game. I just really didn't. It wasn't enough action. It wasn't.
That's what I was.
And I was always the guy that like you'd get the like stick one and you'd go boom boom. Ugh, dang it! And I'd miss and get pissed.
You'd get mad at the game, and then there's nothing you could do.
Tetris is sweet though.
Tetris is great, and it's come out on so many platforms and different versions.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
It just keeps going. What do you think was the most sold Nintendo home console? Throw out Game Boy and DS and all that stuff. The home consoles. Which one sold the most?
Super Nintendo.
Wrong.
64.
Wrong.
Regular Nintendo.
Wrong.
The Wii.
The Wii.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
The Wii sold 101.6 million copies. The original Nintendo was second with 61.9. The Super, 49.1. The N64, 32.9.
Wait, how many did the
Cube?
How many did the Nintendo sell?
The original?
Yeah.
61.9. Are you trying to get dirty?
No. What did the first one sell? Did you say a billion?
The Wii, 101.6.
Oh, I thought you said
million.
101. Like 100, or like 1 million. I'm like, that's not a lot. I don't know why I computed that, but yeah, that is a ton.
Numbers.
That thing
was
tricky. The Wii U was a massive, like that got Nintendo back on track.
The Wii, not the Wii U.
Sorry,
the Wii U sucked.
The Wii U sucked.
Because the Wii U is their least with 13.3
Yeah, the
million.
Wii U was a huge fail.
That's why the Nintendo Switch is such a big deal.
Yeah.
So the SNES, the most sold game ever was Mario World, 20.6 million. Can you name the number 2 selling game that had 9 million? And number 3, I'll give you, it was Mario Kart, 8.7 million. So between 20 million and 8 million, there was a game, and I know you like it.
Donkey Kong
Country.
Yeah, that game.
That was the number 2 on the SNES.
That game is so fun. Oh man, I would play that all the time. But then there's like a certain level I can't get past, and I just quit, just like with House of Cards, where I'm like, this is boring.
And then you're done. Move
but
on.
Donkey Kong Country, back then, those graphics, you were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Now you're like,
lame.
was this like colored with like one of those markers that?
All right, real quick. The N64, Mario 64 was number 1. Mario Kart 64, 2. Super Smash Brothers was 5. There are 2 other games that are in the top 5 that sold. Can you name them?
Wave Racer?
Nope.
I have no idea.
You're going to kick yourself.
Well, Donkey Kong.
No, we're talking about the N64.
Yeah, there was a Donkey Kong for N64.
So, what was the biggest game for N64 when you were a high school or first-person shooter?
Bond.
Yes, that's one.
And then
can you name the other one?
Was it the Zelda Ocarina of Time?
No, you said it right too. I thought for sure the Ocarina.
Well, there's another one like
you get that wrong.
Dungeon Mask or something like I don't know.
Majora.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's
something.
for the 64, I think, or is that for the Wii?
I think that was. I'm not sure.
Doesn't matter.
I just look up
Who
the total
cares?
sales. Real quick, N64, the top-selling sports game, ranked 14th.
Madden.
Nope, it wasn't Madden.
Wayne Gretzky hockey.
No, I thought. NWO, WCW.
Oh yeah,
Revenge.
that game way.
Yeah,
man, that was so fun. We used to play that all the time. Like beautiful summer day out, and we'd be inside playing that game.
That doesn't surprise me. Time for a break. We'll be back after this. That was good. Did you have a Wii? You also had a Nintendo Wii?
I did not, no.
You did not?
I haven't had a video game system since PlayStation 2.
I was going to try to tease you because the Wii Fit sold 22.6 million.
Obviously, I don't have the Wii Fit.
I thought maybe you would have.
No.
Back in 2008, the Wii Fit?
No, that was a huge deal. When that thing came out, that was a massive deal.
Find us on social media. The show has its own Twitter account. Come after us. I'm picking the Packers next week. So there.
No.
Have a good week, everybody.
Don't listen.
Go Pack, go.
No. False. You're fired.